Well, it's been a long road to get to this part, but we're here. It is carbon fibering day, as I have got all my cloths cut out. 3 layers, including one at 45-degree angles. This time, I'm going to be using a roller, and I'm going to really work in the first layer to make sure I cut down on the amount of bubbles. Then I'll hit it with the heat gun to get that epoxy rocking. I've got my freshly washed face mask with the new filters on it, and I have already put 8 layers of that. I've waxed and buffed that thing 8 times now to make sure that I've got the best chance of releasing it. Tons! So you can see I've got a bit of shine on there now. There's a bit of the old orange peely texture on there, but at this point I don't care. What I did want to check though is, having reviewed my footage from last time, line up the front and measure this gap here to make sure that it has some semblance of symmetry. 37mm. This other side is 30. And this is where everything gets dusty yet again. 37 on that side, 35 on this side. I'm good with that. If I just keep chopping away at it, I'll just end up with a mess, an unrecoverable chopped up hood scoop. So that's good. Now we have our lacquer on the inside. It's got a bit of shine on it now. It's been polished up with the fast cut, which has done a great job on the inside. Now I just need to get into layering up all the wax. Sorry, it's raining now, so you're hearing that on the roof. I'm going to start layering wax on the inside of that, like I did last time. Epoxy and carbon fibre, that's happening today. So I'm just going to quickly buff off the last layer now. Alright, as you can see, it's got a shine to it. The surface isn't perfect, but by this point I am okay with a few surface imperfections. It may be that I mould from the final carbon fibre and I do this again with double layer gel coat, or what I might do next, I might move on to making a flattened out reverse hood scoop, because Dave's STI needs a reverse scoop because it's got a front mount intercooler, so the big scoops are no use to him. Here's a quick preview on the surface. This is the kind of surface that we're likely to get on the final product. That has a few coats of lacquer on it, and it has been polished with the fast cut stuff. This 3M, well, this is fine compounding paste, but it's the same idea. It's just an abrasive polish. This can get waxed, but the surface is pretty good. I think I'd be happy with that on an actual hood scoop. But this is it. Everything that we've done so far has led to this point of laying up the carbon fibre cloth and the resin into a mould. Oh, there's one more thing to do before I finish. I've been told that this looks like cheese, and let me just confirm. Tastes like nothing, really. Nothing at all. If it wasn't 6 in the morning, I would have a beer. Wash the taste out of my mouth. Largely speaking, I am ready to go. Treating myself to a new paintbrush. Got my roller. And as Dave would say, ain't nothing to do but to do it. I'm going to quickly mix this epoxy and set the camera up for the laminating. Now, the advantage of having loads of this carbon cloth in stock is that I can lay it up with really wide borders. Check this out. I've got fridges in the way. I've got loads of space before I get anywhere near the masked off sections. I've got tons and tons of spare cloth. This is a good thing because it leaves me more margin for error. One last thing I'm going to do is chuck a block of wood behind that so that I can trap my rim on it, and then that stops it rolling about so much. Gloves on. Oh, I'm nervous this time. This is it. We've hit the big league now. Everything we've seen so far. I think this is part 16, I think. All of those parts have led to this point. I'm going to start with 200 grams of resin and 60 grams of hardener. I'm genuinely nervous about this bit because I don't want to screw it up now. This is the point where I get my scoop surface. It is go time. So I am now mixing up 260 grams mixed of resin and hardener. So it's laminating resin, not infusion resin. I'm going to mix, not whisk, because I don't want to put bubbles in if I can avoid it. Because I could, like, you know, I could whisk it like I was beating eggs, but I want to stir it through. I want to mix it through. This is it, boys and girls. A very strange thing is happening to me right now. I have a nosebleed inside my face mask. I guess the excitement was all too much. I do suffer from nosebleeds regularly and hay fever. And so I think, oh bollocks, I've immediately screwed this up. Oh, for fuck's sake. Immediate screw up. I'm supposed to layer this on first of all. And now knock this back into place. So I'm trying to keep a parallel weave on here because you can see it is possible to twist the fabric. So I'm trying to keep the bottom layer pretty straight. And also this time I'm pushing fabric out from the middle so that the middle is tight and the corners have the extra fabric to go around the bends. Cut off some of my excess here. Dodgy layer of 45-degree cloth now. That can go in. And I will try not to disturb my bottom layer, given all the good work that I just did getting it moulded into place. So I will be using my gloved fingers to put my 45-degree layer in. Now this is the hard part because at some point I have to stop touching it and just let it dry. It's a little tricky to get it to stick in the corners, particularly around the front lip, Like, again, in the corners, getting it to stick in the front lip here, that's been really tricky. Same on the other side, there's a bit of a pinch here. But for the most part, it's sticking down. I hope that I have done enough. The craziest part of this whole process is that as soon as I started painting, I got a nosebleed. So inside my mask, my nose has been bleeding this whole time. That sucked. I'm gonna have to fix that. But I wasn't gonna stop. I don't think it's the chemicals, I just got hay fever, and I just have hay fever and I've had a bit of a cold. Right, I'm gonna clean this up while that gets a chance to dry. God. Right, 10 minutes later, my nose has finally stopped bleeding, but I think that's looking pretty respectable. The corners are, there's still a little pinch there, but glue that back down using my handy stick. All the edges around the back seem to be holding well enough. There's a little bubbly section here, but it's still flat against the surface behind it. The thing is, this is now like 3 layers deep in carbon cloth, so even if there is bubbles or imperfections on the very bottom layer, I can't see them to fix them at this point. And this is where vacuum bagging comes in, because a vacuum bag just sucks the whole thing in tight around your part, so that you don't get any bubbles on the final resin. So maybe at some point we'll try some vacuum bagging, but there's a lot of outlay to get started on vacuum bag. That'd be the best part of £500 worth of kit. It seems like it's pretty smoothly glued to the gel coat. I hope that I have done enough. Well, that's it. I'm gonna give that a couple of hours, and then I'll take it inside where it's a little warmer. What are we at? 16 degrees right now, so I'll take it inside in a couple of hours and let it cure at least overnight, maybe longer. But apart from a couple of screw ups in the middle, that went about as well as I could hope, apart from the nosebleed. Hopefully I've done enough. I will leave that overnight to cure. I am going to be up very early tomorrow morning, so I can check, and if it's hard enough just from being overnight in the shed, then I'll pull it out the mould. So thank you for watching, thank you for joining me on this journey. We're now getting towards the end. It's all coming together now. Everything we've learned and everything we've prepared, it's all coming together now. So if you have any questions, comments, likes, put them in the boxes down below. Let us know what you think, let us know if we're missing anything. But the end is in sight. I'm pleased with how this is going. I think we're going to be confident that we will end up with a carbon scoop at the end of this and a mould that we can reuse. So thank you for watching, I'll say goodbye, and I will see you in the morning.